everyone, it's Joanna here. One of the most common questions I received is how do I get rid of my belly fat? Well, I came across this article in Ideas Fitness Journal which basically explained the methods behind getting rid of that stubborn belly fat. It is a very detailed article, and so I am going to try my best to provide you with as much information as possible. So let's first start by understanding what makes up belly fat. There are three layers to recognize. First, visceral belly fat, which is also known as the deep fat. This lies around the organs under the abdominal muscles and can't be pinched. Second, superficial subcutaneous belly fat, which hangs over the waistline, and this can be pinched. Third, deep subcutaneous belly fat, a hybrid of both. In this video, we will be focusing on the first two fats. Let's get to know them. The visceral belly fat is rich in beta receptors, it has higher blood supply, and it is easier to burn. The superficial subcutaneous belly fat is rich in alpha receptors, has lower blood supply, and it is harder to burn. This is the fat most of us are concerned about because we can visually see it hanging over our waistline. There are two enzymes which are responsible for holding on to fat and also burning it. They are, first, lipoprotein lipase, LPL. This enzyme is responsible for fat storage. Second, hormone-sensitive lipase, HSL. This enzyme is involved in fat release, which is what we want. So, to beat belly fat, it is not just about creating calorie deficit, it is a combination of calorie deficit with hormone balance. The main hormones that impact LPL activity are your insulin and your cortisol. So, to simply put, insulin plus cortisol equals belly fat bullies. So how does insulin causes belly fat? When it comes to the brain, muscles and liver, you want the body to be insulin sensitive and not resistant. Being insulin resistant in these areas make a person unable to burn fat and sugar or to feel satisfied after eating. This is why many overweight people who are insulin resistant in these tissues tend to overeat because they are hungry all the time. How does cortisol causes belly fat? Well, excess cortisol in our body can drive us to eat more of the wrong foods more often, which means higher daily calorie intake and fat gain. This also causes small immature fat cells to become larger matured fat cells, which is not a good thing when you are trying to burn belly fat. In order to burn fat, we want to make sure that these hormones are well balanced in our body. Let's just start by making it clear that diets don't work. Dieting makes belly fat fatter. The common eat less, exercise more approach is only a short-term success. This approach accomplishes the calorie deficit but makes the hormone balance worse. Remember, to burn belly fat equals calorie deficit plus balanced hormones. Just think of insulin as a starch and sugar hormone and cortisol as a sleep and stress hormone. I am sure you have heard about the low carb and high protein approach to reduce belly fat. This would work. However, a diet too low in carbs, which can cause low blood sugar, stresses the body and raises cortisol levels. Hence, you do not want a diet too low in carbs. Instead, choosing the right carbs, which are lower in glycemic load, can help with belly fat and also to reduce weight gain overall. To apply this, think of a combination of protein and vegetables as they help to suppress hunger with minimal insulin production. This results in fewer calories consumed and a good hormone balance. Please visit this link below for a comprehensive list of glycemic load in foods. As for dealing with the cortisol hormone, sleep and stress management is essential. Aim for a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night, and practicing meditation or calming exercises would help as well. You need to give time back to yourself mentally and physically. So, to sum up, when dealing with visceral belly fat, the deep fat, which has better blood flow and easier to burn, exercising, stress management, and reducing carbs in moderation will help. It is important to know that even if you're thin, you can still have too much visceral fat. This comes down to your genes and your lifestyle, especially how active you are. Visceral fat likes inactivity. Even if you do watch over your diet and maintain a slim figure but do not exercise, you are more likely to have too much visceral fat, and this can cause serious health problems. The key is to be active no matter what size you are. When it comes to burning subcutaneous belly fat, the love handles fat, which is the stubborn fat, as it has lower blood flow. Exercising on its own is not enough. Reducing carbs intake to low level is usually the major focus when addressing this matter. Hence, the low carbs, high protein model would work. So how or what should you eat? We have spoken about how the traditional method of eat less, exercise more won't work. There are two methods to burn belly fat. First, eat less, exercise less approach. Second, eat more, exercise more approach. Both these methods generate low calorie intake and naturally reduce starch intake in a way that provides enough fuel to keep hunger, energy and cravings stable, but not enough to slow fat loss. For the eat less, exercise less approach, let's take a look at the 3-2-1 plan. 3 stands for 3 meals per day. 2 means 2 of those meals should be mostly protein and fiber with less starch. 1 means 1 meal in a day should have heavier starch. This meal is best consumed as your post-workout meal. To visualize this on a plate, 3 parts should be vegetables, 2 parts protein, and 1 part starch. You can also think of this in terms of bites. For every 3 bites of vegetables, you have 2 bites of protein and 1 bite of starch. This 3-to-1 approach works well for those of you who are not heavy exercisers. I would say if you trained 3 times or less in a week, or you perform gentle light exercises. As for the eat more, exercise more approach, let's take a look at the 3-2-2 plan. This plan is for those of you who exercise regularly. 3 stands for 3 meals per day. 2 means 2 snacks per day. Another 2 means you should double the starch intake in one of your meals a day. Again, go for your post-workout meal. To visualize this on a plate or as bites, the meals and snacks should be half vegetables, quarter protein, and quarter starch. So how do you know if you are successful in your plan to reduce belly fat? Well, again, you will need to check both calorie deficit and hormone balance. For hormone balance, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being high and 1 being low, assess number 1, your hunger and cravings. It should be less than 5. Second, your energy level. It should be more than 6. Do this assessment at the end of each week, and if your hunger and cravings are less than 5, with your energy level more than 6, then your hormone balance is good. The next step is to assess our body shape using the waist to hip ratio. So take your waist measurement, the smallest part, and divide it with your hip measurement, the widest part. For women, this ratio should be about 0.7. For men, the optimal number is 0.77. Always keep it below 0.8 for a healthy waistline. If it's going up towards 0.8 or if it hasn't changed at all, then you want to look back at your food intake, exercise plan, and hormone balance. Which one of these are you not approaching the right way? Again, remember that to beat belly fat, it is a combination of calorie deficit with hormone balance, not one or the other. The key to beating belly fat include a higher protein diet, lower carbs, choosing the right carbs, along with stress management techniques. I hope this video has helped you out to understand the causes of belly fat and steps to burn it. All the best! For new fitness, food and motivational videos, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel and website. Do follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter to stay connected with me. Thanks guys!